What's up, Monobrats? It's Prince of Gauri, and welcome to part 2 of What If Naruto Graduated Early. So, this story is kind of very interesting because Naruto graduating early can lead to humongous developments, which are good. Nothing is bad. Yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is that Kakashi is a very trash of a teacher, while Guy is an awesome teacher. Because if you go if you just go and search Google, the best sensei of Naruto, Guy would be in the top list. Kakashi would be after Kurenai or before Kurenai, but that's it. Because Kakashi was showing favoritism over and over again, and even if we didn't mean to, he still showed favoritism. So, and the whole anyways, as I was saying, Naruto graduating early would mean that he would be placed into some kind of other team instead of the rookie 9. That being me, Kakashi, Asuma, and Kurenai. So the other team that has graduated just before the Konoha 9 is Maito Guy's team. And sorry for your Tenten fans, but Tenten is not really that big of a deal. Okay, she has never been on the main characters list, even way before. Hell, even Ino is a lot more useful than her. Yes, I know you might be you might be jumping on me about how she's a good weapons master and stuff like that, but it really does not matter, because the more we go into the story, the more powerful people we meet, and Tenten really does not come even close to that. Yes, she might become a Chunin during the war arc, but yeah. So what about Tenten, if you guys are wondering? Well, Tenten failed her exam and she's relearning, and I'm not gonna go into that because, well, who care? I don't care about Tenten. And if you guys hate me for it, go ahead. So anyways, without any further ado, let's get watching. So the story would start off exactly a year after Naruto has passed his Genin exams. He's sitting in his house thinking about the year that has been passed. Just a couple of days ago, he just whooped Team 7's ass and gave them some pointers. I mean, for Sasuke he gave a pointer, but for Sakura he just insulted her. But yeah, and for Sai he didn't really do anything. But yeah, he got 2 jutsus for that, which I'm gonna name them. That is Raikiri, because Naruto can't learn Chidori without Sharingan, as stated Kakashi. So Naruto will learn Raikiri and the Rasengan. Now Raikiri is an obvious choice because, well, it's Kakashi's jutsu. So yeah, it is an obvious choice. It's Kakashi's jutsu, so he would teach whatever he wants. And for Rasengan, it is mostly comprised for another reason, which I'll tell you guys in a bit. So anyways, Naruto's thinking about stuff. It has been a year since he has graduated. It has been a year since he has got to know why the villagers hate him, and it's been a year since he has decided that he's going to change the villagers' opinion about himself. And honestly, he's been doing that by training. He has met Guy Sensei, who's a really good teacher who cares about him. And honestly, after Iruka, Maito Guy is his favorite person, the person he considers as a father figure, because, well, Might Guy is kind of a father figure to everyone. So not everyone, I mean, for his team. So yeah, Naruto is happy that he has been placed on this team. His rivals, that being Lee and Neji, are pushing him to be his best, while they are also developing at the same time, as well as his other sensei and his other big brother figure, that being Kakashi, is teaching him how to do jutsus and stuff like that, as well as Asuma sensei, who's teaching him nature transformation techniques. And Naruto has just learn the Raikiri. If you guys are really interested when they learn, because Naruto has shadow clones and he can just spam them to learn Raikiri as fast as possible. Anyways, I was blabbering, but yeah, Naruto, how he changed Neji's view about how he beat Sasuke, who has been training with guy for longer than he has, and he just thinks, how he has developed from an from an overconfident kid who used to just because he would become Hokage, he would grow stronger. After meeting Might Guy, his entire world changed. Might Guy about how hard work can lead to success, but still how he has to put work into it. Now Naruto would before Naruto joined Might Guy, he would be saying that he would be working hard, but after meeting Might Guy, he realized that he's not working hard, he's working stupid. He's trying to do something which he has learned incorrectly. He's trying to do the same thing over and over again, which he doesn't know. He doesn't try to find out his weaknesses and make sure that he doesn't have one. But he thinks that just because he can punch and kick and stuff like that, and he's jealous about other people getting things that he doesn't have, he has lost the main focus. That is to train. He's just punching and kicking. Naruto didn't train before the academy. Whoever says that Naruto trained is a motherfucker. No way that Naruto trained before the academy. All his skills are gained after the academy, which is a lot. And you might be saying that he would be punching and kicking a wooden pole, or him throwing rocks at the water would be some type of training, but no, it's not training, it's stupidity. But I'm not gonna go into it. But yeah, Naruto has been thinking about it, and he gets a new vigor inside of him to pass the Chunin exams, which is coming in 6 months. And Guy Sensei has told them that he's gonna enroll them on him, and so 6 months would pass. And honestly, if I remember correctly, and the database given to us, Lee has done 11 C ranks and around 20 D ranks, if I remember correctly. So yeah, Naruto just does 11 to 12 C ranks, but I'm not going to go into missions, so I'm going to go to other characters. Now first, let's go to Hinata. Now Hinata, after getting an apology from Neji about how he behaved from her, as well as Neji finally getting his state of peace by Hiyashi finally giving the scroll that his brother gave him to him, so Neji could get it, and Neji could know what really happened during the fateful day when his father sacrificed himself for the clan. Yeah, as I said, gave Neji a peace of mind. So he doesn't have the fate bullshit anymore, so he can go even more stronger than before. He's helping Hinata train, and Hinata getting to know that Naruto is Neji's team, gets new fight of her, and she starts to train double hard. Now I don't know how many missions that Team Kurenai really did, but it doesn't really matter except for Hinata. Yeah, Kiba and Shino do not matter, and I'll repeat it, Kiba and Shino do not fucking matter. And I'm ranting this today for some odd reason, but yeah, please forgive me. Anyways, not Naruto. So Hinata would grow humongously during the 6 months, and she would be able to get rid of a stutter for normally, but when she meets Naruto, she starts stuttering. That's not really gonna change, but Neji is helping her, and Neji is kind of worried about Hinata's feelings for Naruto, and he's kind of getting pissed off that Naruto is not really doing anything, but whenever Hinata and Naruto meet each other due to those friendly competitions, due to Neji and Hinata knowing each other, she always faints. Okay, I'm talking a lot, but yeah, the next team of note is Team 7. Now, what about Team 10, that being Team Asuma? Well, honestly, nothing is really going to change about them except for Shikamaru. I'm not really going to go with Choji and Hino. They're not really important to the story as much except for the war arc, but Shikamaru is really important to the story from the start. But yeah, anyways, Shikamaru would mostly be around the same strength, but if not a little bit stronger during the Chunin exam. But now let's go to Team 7. So after getting humiliated by Naruto in Sakura's case, humbled by Naruto in Sasuke's case, they were and for Sai just seeing how his teammates are getting whooped his ass. Sai like comments about how Sasuke is dickless and stuff like that, but Kakashi is able to make them train together, and he's especially focused on Sasuke rather than Sai and Sakura, because Sai is getting trained from Danzo a couple of times here and there, but the most important one is Sakura. And instead of like wanting to show her flamboyant shit, she's not Uzui. Tengen Uzui. She's not Tengen Uzui. Why the hell did I say flamboyant? She instead of her feminine. Yeah, that's the word. Feminine. I sound racist, don't I? Anyways, yeah, I'm racist towards Sakura, if you get what I mean. Because Sakura's more like the hated character besides Danzo, because Danzo is hated a lot. And honestly, I don't think anyone likes Danzo, man. But yeah, I'm blabbering a lot. But anyways, Sakura, she like finally realizes that Sasuke likes. No, she doesn't realize it, but she realizes that if she doesn't take victory from Naruto, Sasuke is not going to notice her. So she starts training and asks Kakashi for tips, and Kakashi tells her to first drop the diet and start with the chakra control. And he also teaches Team 7 chakra control, except for Sai, who knows tree walking and water walking. So now as well. So Sasuke gets tree walking and water walking, but Kakashi emphasizes on the fact that Sasuke does not use Sharingan most of the time during training, because of the fact that if Sasuke relies more on Sharingan than his physical side, he's going to get his ass whooped, just like he did against Naruto. And Kakashi really gets into it when mocking Sasuke. He really brings up the fact that he got his ass whooped by Naruto, and he also points to them that he has been using weights. Okay, he has been using motherfucking weights. So yeah, this would push Sasuke to a whole new level, and he would start wearing weight, but not at the level of Lee, Naruto, or even Guy. And if you guys want to know what Naruto's weight is, it's 1,600 pound each, because Lee's was 1,500, Guy was 1,700, so Naruto's 1,600 pound each. So yeah, let's get that out of the way. But so yeah, let's get that out of the way and continue. So they would Team 7 would still do D ranks, but much more effectively, because well, Kakashi, as I said, likes to point out the fact that Naruto whooped all two to three of their asses, that being Sakura and Sasuke, and so by teamwork they were able to grow. And Sasuke, not really seeing any fault in this, kind of is more accepting to it rather than in canon, where he just thinks that this is stupid, because nobody has humbled him before Lee, and I think before the land of Waves arc, where he was thinking that he is the strongest, and there's no one stronger than him other than Itachi. I mean, that's what Sasuke was about before the land of Waves arc. And even then, Sasuke thought that due to him like seeing Haku's needles, he thought Sasuke was stronger than Haku. And Lee came in with his bold ass haircut and weird ass eyebrows and whooped Sasuke's ass and went away. And there's this also a meme about that. If you guys like go to Google and search about Lee beating Sasuke's memes, there's going to be this meme where Sasuke thinking he's strongest, a guy with a bold ass cut, a bold cut and a weird ass eyebrows comes, whoops Sasuke's ass and leaves. It's a kind of a awesome meme with that stupid photo with muscular and a handsome guy in it. But yeah, I'm not gonna blabber. Damn it, I blabber a lot. Seriously, my hyperactive disorder is seriously inconvenient sometimes. But anyways, as I said, so the Land of Waves mission would still happen, but instead of it being Naruto asking for it, it would be Sasuke, because Sasuke would want more challenges, because even if Sasuke is more accepting to teamwork, he's still Sasuke who needs challenge. And Hokage would grant him, meaning they would go to the Land of Waves with Tazuna lying about them. And when they meet the Demon Brothers, Sasuke and Sai easily take care of them. And Sai kind of feels a bond with the team, especially with like Sakura always punching him whenever he insults her, and Sasuke always being broody. It's not that effective as Naruto being with Sai, because with Naruto he's able to unlock Sai's emotions, but here he's kind of like has a bond, but not as strong as a bond that he had in canon Shippuden. But yeah, him and Sai and Sasuke are able to easily deal with the Demon Brothers. Kakashi realizes that Tazuna is lying and asks him about it, and Tazuna says about Gato, the fucking squirrel, no, the fucking dwarf, and how he is like took the waves hostage and uses them for his own good. And the team, well, goes along. And then they meet Zabuza, and the fight mostly goes around the same as the first time, with Kakashi getting trapped. But instead of Naruto using his stupid like planning, it's Sai and Sasuke really teaming up. So Sai and Sasuke quickly formulate a plan that they need to like disperse the water clone, and Sai uses his painting to create some lines to distract Zabuza. And while Sasuke also has learned a new jutsu from watching Kakashi and Zabuza, 2 new jutsus, water style that is. Now, if you guys watch the anime, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, now Sasuke would use a humongous fireball, which is stronger than in canon, and Zabuza's clone, not expecting this, like painted lines attacking him, it kind of takes him by surprise, and the wooden clone is off. And both Sai and Sasuke then devise a plan which kind of resembles the same thing but more effective. Instead of Naruto just risking his own life to save Kakashi, they make a much more better plan where Sai goes towards the water by water walking, and then he uses his paintings to draw a eagle and a lion, and he starts drawing various animals to keep Zabuza busy. Zabuza uses his executioner sword to like slash again and again, but that's when Sasuke with his accuracy aimbot. I mean, come on, Sasuke had an aimbot during the first trials, but yeah. So yeah, Sasuke would throw kunais at Zabuza, which would eventually lead to Zabuza removing his hand from the water prison, and Kakashi thanking his two students, and him continuing his battle with Zabuza, and Sasuke activating his Sharingan also copies a jutsu, that being water style water dragon jutsu, but he instantly knows that he cannot do that jutsu because his chakra level is way too low. So yeah, anyways, after that they would after that Tazuna would be like kidnapped or taken away by the Anbu, that being Haku, and then the group Team 7 and Kakashi all go to Tazuna's house where they rest, and they start training, and this training is mostly comprised of taijutsu battles, since, well, mostly for Sasuke and Sai. Since Kakashi already taught them tree walking and water walking jutsu, he doesn't know what the hell he should teach them. And Sasuke comes up with the jutsus of water, but Kakashi instantly shuts him down, saying that Zabuza is much more experienced than him. Zabuza can easily counter Sasuke's thing, and Sasuke kind of like pissed off about this, but he accepts because he's not that arrogant. And like in canon, where he thinks the Sharingan can solve everything, because Naruto whooped his ass when his Sharingan was active. So yeah. So the 1 week would pass where Zabuza would be healing and Kakashi would be healing, and after that, the Team 7 versus Zabuza and Haku would happen in the bridge, where mostly everything would go the same with Haku battling against Sai and Sasuke. And since Naruto isn't there to help Tazuna's daughter and kid, they unfortunately die. Rest in peace, Tazumi, Tsunami, and Ninari. So rest in peace for them. If you guys want to like those people, so like comment down RIP. So anyways, if Naruto isn't there in that mission, they would have died. So yeah, many people don't point that out for some odd reason. But anyways, so the battle would eventually lead to Sasuke having two Zamo Sharingan, which he has, and he's able to react to the needles quickly, because he can see them, and you are trying to use weights, he would remove it and dodge not easily, but he would be able to dodge it. And Sai would also be able to dodge it with the Sambu training. They would be able to dodge it, and since they can't really damage Haku, they decide to stall it out, and they will stall it out until Kakashi uses Chidori, which causes Haku to come in between Zabuza, and Kakashi would pierce Haku in the chest, and Zabuza would try to take it as a, you could say, opportunity to kill kill Kakashi, and Kakashi would save Haku's dead body, and that's when Gato would come in and reveal that he has hired people to assassinate everyone, which would in turn cause Zabuza to have a truce with Team 7, and eventually he would go on a killing spree with Gato on Gato's goons and kill Gato, and he would die, and he would be kept near to Haku, and that would be it. But here is the impact wouldn't be as much as it would be in canon. And if you guys think, yes, Naruto has killed. Naruto has learned the lesson that in Shinobi world you have to kill or you will be killed. So Naruto doesn't make his whole speech where, and since he doesn't speech where he's gonna change the world, because if he didn't kill the opponent that he did during the C rank, he would have died. I'm not going to go on that mission because I don't want to go on that mission. But yeah, they would come back, and for the next 6 months, Team 7 would go on missions, and all of them, that means all rookie 12, 10-10 Naruto replacing 10-10, and Sai replacing Naruto, which counts as Team 11, I think. Yeah, correctly. Team 12. Konoha 12, this new Konoha 12, where everyone would attack will be in the Chunin exam. For the first test, that being knowledgeable test, Naruto would be able to write a little bit, but then he would realize the true purpose of this test, that being to cheat, and Naruto really did. Yeah, he might be smarter than in canon, but he's still dumb. So yeah, I don't think he would really able to help. And since 10-10 isn't there, she isn't able to help Lee copy, meaning Naruto and Lee are stuck doing things which they are not fond of, but they still don't give up, and that would eventually lead to them passing. But Naruto wouldn't make his whole speech about giving not up, so more people would be eliminated. But yeah, as I said, Ibiki would pass them, which would make them to go to second round. Now, before I start this, I just want to say that Guy, during the 6 months of training that he had with Guy, Naruto kind of realized that he could sense people, and when he told them about when he told this about the sensory ability to Guy recommended him to a censor, the best censor Konoha has, whose name I'm not gonna say because I don't know. It's like a character who is in the Naruto world, but we don't know about him because he's not introduced. It's like that kind of character. So yeah, Naruto gets training from that sensor character, and which would increase his sensor by a lot because Naruto is an Uzumaki, and Uzumakis are like born sensors, and for some odd reason, the story made it that canon Naruto doesn't have any sensory abilities until he starts learning Sage Mode. Because until Sage Mode, the story wasn't as developed as it was because the Uzumaki clan was never mentioned. Because the Uzumaki clan was mentioned during his training arc to master QB. If I think that was right. Anyways, I'm not gonna talk more about it, but as I said, Naruto would be learning his sensory abilities, causing him to become a good sensor, which is gonna affect the story. So yeah, Naruto and Team Guy would run off to the forest of death, and they would find an enemy quickly, which both all three of them would easily knock it off, and they would get the scroll they need, and they would start heading towards the damn place. What it's called? Yeah, they would start heading towards the tower. That's when they would sense bloodlust, or specifically Naruto. Naruto would quickly tell him what's happening, and Lee, being the enthusiastic he is, would recommend them to go there. Naruto would agree, but Neji not so much. But realizing that his two teammates are not going to give up, he just tries and tells them to go. And Naruto, Lee, and Neji all go full speed, and they arrive to see a scared Sasuke, Sakura, and a person fighting Sai, and that is Orochimaru. Now let's flash back to a couple of minutes later, where Team 7 is trying to find a scroll. They have they were almost caught by a, I forgot what team was it, but yeah, they were almost caught by a team, but they were easily able to destroy them. But they got the same scroll that they had, so they had to find another scroll. But that's when a snake attacked them. But with Sai and Sanbu training, he's able to dodge it, and as I said, he's able to dodge it and take Sakura and Sasuke towards them, towards his safe location. And when he sees this person, he realizes who this is, Orochimaru. But he's confused. Sai is confused. Why the hell is Orochimaru here? From what he knows, Danzo and Orochimaru are in an alliance of sorts. But he didn't know why the hell Orochimaru is even in here, and why Danzo didn't try think to inform him. Is Danzo trying to hide something from him or something? But his loyalty seal being there kind of changes his mind. But that thought sticks him, and which is gonna change Sai for good, as I said. So they would be treated with an intense bloodlust, but Sai is able to shake it off. Barely, but he's able to shake it off before Sasuke and Sakura could, and he's able to use his art ninjutsus to distract Orochimaru, so all three of them could escape. But that's when a kick gets in the face, a leg gets in the face of Orochimaru, sending him flying, and three ninjas come in, that being Naruto Uzumaki, Lee, and Neji Hyuga. Now Team Guy is ready to help Team 7, and Team Guy knows about Team 7 because Naruto did tell them about how he beat the shit out of Sasuke Uchiha. But yeah, so Lee doesn't challenge him during before the first exam, because Lee knows that Sasuke is weaker against Naruto. And Naruto is also grown stronger than his 6 months counterpart, and he's able to use the third gate easily. He can't use the fourth gate yet, but he can use the third gate. So Naruto is okay. Anyways, let's continue the story. So Naruto is confused about what the hell this is, And that's when Sai would say that's Orochimaru. Now this would make everyone serious. Because, well, they know who Orochimaru is. Yes, even Naruto. Because as I said in my first video, where Naruto was training, Kakashi sent him to his library where he could learn more about, well, ninjas. That he would eventually come across Orochimaru and learning that he's the traitor for ninja to Konoha with Itachi Uchiha. But yeah, Naruto, realizing that he shouldn't hold back, he removes his weights and disappears. When Orochimaru recovers, he gets another punch in his face, but he's just able to dodge it, because the first punch was, well, he didn't expect it, but the second punch, well, he expected someone to attack him. So he's just able to dodge it, and Naruto strikes punches and kicks where Orochimaru is able to dodge with his flexibility, but Naruto, realizing that it's gonna be a long fight, he decides to go all out. And, well, he needs a Chunin to come here, like Anko, for example. So he goes into a second gate, which has the power of the sixth gate. If you guys didn't know, as I said in the previous video, the first gate is equivalent to the third gate of power, and Naruto's second gate is equal to the sixth gate of power. So yeah, as I said, Naruto activating the second gate, that being equivalent to the sixth gate of power, is able to fight easily. Fight Orochimaru easily. But Orochimaru isn't a legendary Saiyanin for nothing. So he's able to use his jutsus, the variety of jutsus that he has, to confuse Naruto. But Sasuke is there. He uses fireball jutsu, and since his Sharingan has evolved while watching this fight, because Naruto is like going way too fast for him, his normal 2 tomoe to handle, it kind of evolved into 3 tomoe, and now Sasuke can see Naruto go like moving here and there and giving punches and kicks like that, and he's able to kind of copy the Junken that Naruto is using, but he's able to copy kind of, but he can't copy the jutsu that Naruto is using, the jutsu that gives him an aura around him. He can't copy that. But what he can copy is Orochimaru using jutsus, the earth style mostly. Orochimaru used 2 jutsus, that being earth style, earth clone, as well as earth style mud wall. Now both of these jutsus Sasuke has copied, which is good for Sasuke, I guess, because Sasuke has more variety of jutsus in his arsenal, but still doesn't have the lightning or fire jutsus, which is his elemental affinity. Yeah, so, but this is enough for this chakra that is like going out, and since Naruto has already unlocked the third gate, which gives the power of the ninth gate, and the ninth gate chakra is humongous. It kind of gives the warning to Hiruzen and Anko, who are coming in fast. And Orochimaru senses this, and he realizes that he can't give the cursed mark to Sasuke because, well, everyone is protecting him. Because because Sai identified that Orochimaru is here for Sasuke, causing him to tell everyone, and they protect Sasuke. Sasuke is a bit annoyed by this, but he realizes that, well, he can't fight against the Sannin, whose bloodlust was so high that, well, he paralyzed him. And Naruto, for some odd reason, can fight him, which kind of makes Sasuke jealous, but then he remembers how Naruto just whooped his ass a couple of months ago, 6 months to be exact. But yeah, so he kind of keeps it in. But yeah, as I say, the chakra that Naruto's releasing is so high that it alerts Hiruzen and Anko, who come there, but that's when Orochimaru escapes. And Hiruzen, being the Hokage, asks what happened, and Naruto, deactivating his gates, explains Orochimaru is here. And Anko, being the rageful woman she is, she starts hunting Orochimaru without Hiruzen's help, thinking that she can kill Orochimaru, which she can't. Honestly, she can never kill Orochimaru. Yeah, so her revenge is, well, no, because Sasuke is the one who killed Orochimaru before. But anyways, Naruto and the team would be given an okay after being checked by Hiruzen for something, and they would go. And Sasuke begrudgingly thanks Naruto for protecting him. Naruto would just give a thumbs up and show his teeth, kind of reminding to Guy, and Lee and Neji by Guy, but Naruto just says it's okay. And yeah, all Naruto and Lee and Neji all three go to the tower, while Sasuke, Sakura, and Sai try and they find another scroll and they reach the tower. Now the third match, how is it gonna happen? Now, well, since there are two people replaced in the canon, I'm going to replace them. The first match is between Sasuke and Yoroi, and since Sasuke doesn't have the curse mark to, well, you could say paralyze him from using any jutsus, he's easily able to completely wipe out Sasuke. Wipe out Yoroi, not kill him, but defeat him. And by the way, Kabuto hasn't given up because he is still Orochimaru's spy, and since Orochimaru hasn't given Sasuke the curse mark, it kinds of make Kabuto still wanting to be a spy and not, and like making sure that he has data from Sasuke when Orochimaru would eventually give Sasuke his curse mark. Anyways, the first match, as I said, would be Sasuke versus Yoroi, which would be the winner would be Sasuke. The next match, I'm just gonna say what matches are different from canon, so I'm not gonna count down every matches. The second match would be Ino versus Sakura, and since Sakura has been training a lot because Naruto whooped her ass, kind of Naruto didn't even whoop her ass. He just caught and gave her a small swing of his fist, which put Sakura down. So that kind of makes Sakura rage, causing her to put her rage into power, and she's stronger than in canon, but not humongously amount like there in Shippuden. She's stronger, yes, but she's still useless. So in the fight between useless and useless, pink hair useless wins, meaning Sakura wins. If you guys didn't understand the matchup between Ino and Sakura, it's Sakura that wins. The next match would be Hinata versus Neji, and since Neji does not have any animosity between the Hyuga clan anymore, I mean, kind of, I don't know, he still has, maybe, I don't know. In Shippuden, we didn't really explore that much because we are focusing more on Akatsuki and other stuff like that, so yeah. So the match would go much light-hearted, but Neji would still win. That it won't really change, but he wouldn't go for the kill to Hinata and he wouldn't belittle her. But yeah, the match would be much more interesting than in canon. Instead of Neji going bloodlusted over, he's calm and collected and just wants to fight Hinata-sama normally, and Hinata wanting to prove herself to Naruto, and kind of Naruto giving her a good luck charm, gets hyped up, and she also proves herself to Naruto. She wants to prove herself. So anyways, as I said, Neji would win, but much more lightheartedly. The next match would be Kiba versus Sai. Now, since Sai has taken the place of Naruto, he would also take the place of Naruto fighting against Kiba. So Sai versus Kiba. You really gonna ask who the hell wins here? Seriously, Kiba ain't shit, okay? Kiba ain't shit. Now, I don't like Kiba, but I don't hate him as well. It's like, honestly, I don't care. Except for Hinata and Shino. Other than that, Kiba's trash. So yeah, as I said, Kiba would lose much more easily because, Sai can easily create easily paint things to his imagination, and Sai has quite an imagination, so she can easily win against Gara. No, not Gara, Kiba, and the next match would be, as I said, the next match would be Naruto versus Temari. Since Naruto took the place of Temari, now Naruto is going to take the place of Temari against... Naruto is taking the place of Tenten. So Naruto is going to take the place of Tenten while fighting Temari. And honestly, even if I like Tamari, whatever you want to call her, Temari, I'll just call her Temari now. She can't win against Naruto. There's just no chance. My man Naruto is strong as fuck, boy. And he's the strongest genin, no doubt about it. He's the strongest genin, and I don't think Naruto really needs to use the gates. All he needs to do is remove his weights. Hey, it rhymed, boy. He doesn't need to use his. He doesn't need to use the gates. All he needs to use shit. He doesn't need to use the gates. All he needs to remove. All he needs is to remove his weights. Damn. Anyways, as I said, he doesn't need to remove his gates. All he needs to remove his shit. So he doesn't need gates. He only needs to remove his weights. And yeah, even if Tamari is stronger, well, even if Tamari is strong, she's not that strong against Naruto, who's faster than Lee while dropping the weights, much faster. Basically, he's as fast as Lee when he's in the first gate, and that's not even using gates, boy. So yeah, even if the match would be good to watch, Naruto would win. And the last match, which is changing from canon, is Lee versus Gara. Now, before you guys shout and say that Gara is much more stronger than Lee, well, I accept. I do accept. Gara is stronger than Lee. But the fight is going to be much more close. Okay? Much more close. And since Lee has an eternal rival at this point, by the face of Naruto, and since Naruto has already defeated him, which causes Lee to kind of go up and above, he's able to master the 5th gate. He's not able to go to the 6th gate, however, because while using gates, you have each gate you use, it strains even more of your body. So he can use the 5th gate, but alas, he can't go upper than that. He can't go more than that. So, and since Lee is much more powerful than in canon, he's able to. The battle is much more close. He's able to trash Gara like a freaking. Yeah, he's able to trash Gara even much more than in canon. But Gara has more endurance because of him being a Jinchuriki, which takes the win. And when Gara goes to use Sand Coffin on Lee's legs and arm, Naruto, like sensing the attack, would quickly remove his weights, shoot off towards Lee's direction. Well, Guy, also seeing his student react, would also react, coming in front of Lee and Naruto and the sand. But yeah, Naruto would quickly yank Lee off from his position, but that's when the sand would just press a thin air. Naruto would land down with Lee in his hand, and yeah, Naruto would stare Gara, and unconsciously would start channeling QB's chakra, causing him to create bloodlust. And this would not scare Gara, but this would intrigue Gara. Gara would think that this guy is the same as me, but Naruto would stare at Gara like hell. But Gara just gets up with his broken state and he just goes back. But Naruto's like glaring at him, and what is his name? Hayate? I think, yeah, Gecko or something. The proctor makes Gara the winner because Lee and Guy interfered, and Lee thanks Naruto for helping him. Because Lee realized that he didn't move. His body was so in pain that he couldn't move enough. He couldn't move as fast as he could because of and if the sand coffin hit him, he would have been paralyzed. I mean, Lee doesn't know he would have been paralyzed, but it would have hurt a fucking much. But anyways, and yeah, the Genin exams are over with new graduates. So there will be different graduates, I think, graduates or past people. But yeah, it would be Shikamaru, Sasuke, and yeah, it would. Anyways, the past people who are in the finals would be Shikamaru, Sasuke, Dosu, Gara, Naruto, Neji, and Shino. These 7 people would be the people who would be graduating or passing to the finals. And yeah, the third round of Chunin exams would be ending, and a month break won't happen. And in that place, Dosu would try to attack person, but Gara would instantly kill him, causing the finalists to drop down to 6. which is interesting. So in the next video, as I said, in the next video, which is I'm gonna continue the Chunin exams as well as the invasion and much more. But yeah, anyways, now here's the thing. Naruto, who trains Naruto actually at this point? Well, it is Guy. Now why the hell Jiraiya isn't here? And here is the big reason why Jiraiya even trained Naruto. It's because during the wave arc, Naruto used the Kyuubi's chakra, causing, well, you could say malice to form. And Kakashi, in his whole genius thing, thought that the seal was weakening. Because since Kakashi doesn't know how Jinchurikis work, he thought that when Naruto uses the Kyuubi's chakra, the seal weakens. Because, well, he didn't know that, how Jinchurikis works and how Jinchuriki can summon the Biju's chakra. So yeah, he would tell that to Hiruzen, and Hiruzen would be kind of scared that, well, 90s wouldn't like come out. So Hiruzen would contact Jiraiya to check the seal, which would continue where Jiraiya and Kakashi would make a plan to make Naruto like make Jiraiya as a disciple so he could check the seal and stuff like that. But yeah, since Naruto isn't even on Team Kakashi and Naruto never has used Kyuubi's chakra until this moment, until the Chunin exam, but it's not even that big, it's just bloodlust. And every Jonin just thinks of it as Naruto's one. And since he hasn't like shown that much of a bloodlust, there's no real reason for Jiraiya to even come back to Konoha. Meaning Naruto doesn't train with Jiraiya because Kakashi doesn't abandon him, causing Naruto to not get the, well, summoning. But Naruto has Guy training him. Well, and we know what happened when Guy trains him. And that's gonna be in the next episode. Now I did say I'm gonna like explain what Naruto's abilities are on all the jutsus that Naruto had, but I didn't have really time for it, so I'll just tell that in the next episode. So yeah, if you guys like this video, like, share, subscribe, do the necessary stuff, and if you don't, I can understand. Peace out.